وما عملت من سوء تود لو أن بينها وبينه أمدا بعيدا.
If you look on the next page, there is a diagram of our tongue. So now we're moving to the letters, coming closer to the tongue. So the back part of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, the side of the tongue, the top of the tongue, and you can see the arrow is more, or the top part of the tongue is indicating more to the end part of the tongue, and the tip of the tongue, meaning the edge of the tongue. So this is the areas of the tongue used for articulation. So number 5, the extreme back of the tongue, when touching the palate above it, the soft palate, the qaf is pronounced from here. So when we run our finger or our tongue along our palate backwards, we will find that it is hard and eventually it gets soft. So that soft part, when our extreme back portion of the tongue, it lifts up and it touches the soft part of the palate, the qaf is coming from this particular place. The qaf is pronounced from here. Number 6, the back of the tongue, meaning not the extreme back, but just the back portion of the tongue, not as far back as the qaf. When touching the palate above it, the hard palate. So now the hard part, we will not go all the way back to the soft part. The kaf is pronounced from here. So a little bit to the front as we're moving forward. We first have the qaf, the soft portion of the palate, and then the kaf. We should feel our tongue, the back portion of the tongue, touching the hard part of our palate. Note, the back part of the tongue refers to that part of the tongue furthest from the mouth. Number 7, the center part of the tongue, when touching the palate above it, the jim, the sheen, and the unlengthened ya, meaning al-ya ghayr maddiyah, are pronounced from here. Note, the ya ghayr maddiyah is either that ya which is mutaharrika or which is sakina and preceded by a fatha. So the ya mutaharrika, meaning any ya which has a fatha, kasra, a dhamma on it, a ya sakina preceded by a fatha is, as I mentioned here, the latter is also called the ya leen. So this is a ya sakina preceded by fatha, it is called ya leen, meaning ay. If I say ay, so that sound or that ya, the makharij of it is this center part of the tongue. So we take jim and sheen, ya ghayr maddiyah, and ya leen. All of them comes from the center part. So when pronouncing the jim, the sheen, the ya ghayr maddiyah, the ya leen, the center part of the tongue will touch the palate above it. So to be a very a slight or a light touching of the tongue to the palate when pronouncing these letters. So we apply all the formula. So we make the jim, we want to test jim, we make it sakin preceded by a hamza with a fatha. So aj. So there's no tip of the tongue involved in the letter jim. The center part should rise up and touch the palate. Aj, ij, uj. Or we make it mutaharrik, ja, ji, ju. We can try it with sheen as well. Ash, ish, ush, or sha, shi, shu. Or we can try it with ya, ya, yi, you, or the leen, ay, So in all these letters, we should feel the tongue, the center part of the tongue, rising up and touching the palate above it.
وإذ قال إبراهيم